Chris, how does it feel to have that winning feeling tonight?
For everybody, yeah, for everybody. Supporters and players, for everybody. Far too long, obviously, coming, but deserved, I believe. Even though people talk about the 2 yellows for Fraser and the penalty, I felt it was coming. I thought the standard of performance was really good, and delighted for, as I said, the punters and the players, because it's been a terribly tough period that we've had to go through. Important now that we don't take the foot off the gas and we use this week, because it has been about the week. Signs on Saturday, even though it's not a spectacular result. There was that winning feeling back inside us. A tough cup tie that we got through, and tonight, we're playing Premier League players and difficult opposition and stubborn opposition, and I believe that the performance deserved the result that we got.
Right from the off, there seemed a greater attacking intent than Newcastle, and clearly you created a higher volume of chances in the game, much higher in fact.
Yeah, I mean, that's the identity of the team is important, and when you don't get the results, naturally it takes a knock, and I think that the bravery of the performance was important, because we risked. We hit long balls, we tried to play forward, we tried to run forward, and without being too simplistic about it, everybody played well. I'm not looking and thinking I'm carrying a player here, or he's struggling. Everybody played well. I thought the 3 centre-halves were excellent. I thought Jayden and Ozzy were good. Flecky was back to sort of where we know what he can do. Everybody knows what he can do at the football club. Norwood and Lundstrom were good, and Bert gave us an out, and they all contributed, and it gives us an opportunity of getting the result. And I think there'll be criticism of every part of it, but I am being critical of the players. Get your performance right, and your pal next to you gets his performance right, and we get a few more right, then we might give ourselves an opportunity to win the game, and we've done that tonight.
How do you bottle what you've seen in the experience of this week so that it is a platform for better results?
Well, listen, we're odds on. We understand that and have to accept that. We get that, but make it interesting. Let's make it competitive. Let's produce more of those performances, and I think we'll get a few more results on the board, because we haven't, and basically it is what it is. But there'll be a better feel to the team tonight, a better feel for everybody connected to the football club, and but as you can imagine, Spurs on Sunday afternoon. I keep saying that's a division that we're in. That's the competition that we're up against. Regardless of what people say about Newcastle, this, that, and the other. You look at their team, you look at their players. They've got some good players. They've got some fabulous players off the bench, and they're an established Premier League side, and we're not. They're established Premier League players, and our players are not, and they're fighting for their lives. And I think you saw that tonight. You saw a team that was fighting for their life, but were brave enough as well to play as well. So the in and out of possession stuff was good.
Does that form part of the motivation then from here on in? If the perception from outside the club is the down, that
there's always been there's always been motivation and as I've said before, how many games single goal defeats, and people will talk about all the other things, maybe lazy stuff that really isn't happening at the football club, that they'll try and jump all over. But I've said this to you quite a few times, that even in an 100-point season, even in the first season back in the Championship, where everybody thought, well, we're not going to do well, and we had a really decent go at it, and then we went up, and then there's always been those performances in where if you looked at it and went, that's a really poor performance. But I think always we've, tried to have a right go at it, and we're up against it. You look at the bench tonight, and you look at the players that we've got missing, and we've got some huge players that are not involved. So get them back. The players that have played tonight, and everybody contributed. Delighted for the skipper to get his 100th goal. I thought Brewster showed. What?
Sure. Oh, I was just going to mention that when he did get into those opportunities, his finishing tonight let him down, didn't it? Brewster? Would you say?
I'll be a bit harsh on him as a young kid, but I'd be a bit harsh on him. I think the other one was offside, wasn't it? I think when he went through and tried, I think that was offside.
Fair
But
enough.
I thought it was excellent when he come onto the pitch. Gave us a spark, and he's a young player. Can't be too hard on him. I know people will talk about price tags and stuff like that, but he's a young player, and he contributed. The skipper contributed, and even at the death, I don't know if Jags touched the ball, but he got on the pitch and obviously saw us over the line.
How close, you mentioned it there, yeah, not a full bench. How close were some of your injured players to playing today?
Yeah, Ender will be back for the weekend. George will be back for the weekend. So they're two. Obviously Xander and Jack. Xander March, Jack middle of Feb, and then we'll look at the others that are floating about as well. So yeah, we'll have two back, which obviously gives us that boost. Cheers, Andy.
Thank you.
Tom, mate, take care.
All the best.
See
Thank
ya.
you.